Good morning!
I'm Max.
And I'm Zona.
And we're the Chatterbox Chicks.
Today's topic is 1 year since COVID.
COVID.
Can you believe it's been 1 year, Zona, since COVID?
I can't.
Oh my gosh.
Does it seem longer or shorter?
I don't know. Sometimes I think it feels longer, and sometimes I feel it feels shorter. Is that weird?
I feel like it's shorter. I feel like I can, last year, I can feel like I can remember last year, March, like being like a couple months ago.
It was just so weird because it's like my kids had their spring break.
Yes.
And then we were supposed to go back to the co-op that they were in, and then we never went back.
Yeah.
And my husband was off, and then he was supposed to go back, and then he never went.
Yeah.
He never did.
I know. I felt bad for my son because it was his big 16th birthday, and he didn't get to celebrate it. Everything just shut down.
That's right. We were supposed to have like a sleepover.
It was almost
thing.
like you heard about it.
Yes.
And you're like, oh gosh, this is bad. But then all of a sudden it went from 0 to 10, and everything just halted, and we were terrified and just,
It was so weird because my son went to spend the night at his best friend's house.
Yes.
And they were talking about this disease that was going on in China.
Yes.
And my sister-in-law actually works for the CDC, and I texted them to find out if we need to worry about this because my younger son sometimes will hyper-focus on things, and I was worried about it.
I remember that.
And the exact response was that you need to worry more about the flu than you do this disease.
Yeah.
And then that was back in January.
Well, and I think technically doesn't the flu, I don't know at this point, so in the comments you can completely correct me if I'm wrong or she's wrong, because I know I'm going to probably give a lot of stats out there that are wrong. But at one point, though, they said the flu killed more people per year than COVID. I don't know if that's the case today.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe why they were saying you need to be more concerned about the flu than COVID.
And I think at the time that that everyone was thinking that it was just going to stay in China, that it wasn't going to ever come here.
Right.
And then when it did come here, I think in the beginning, no one knew what to do because
it was
panic. They didn't have this. And oh my gosh, did you ever think, Zona, that the world would shut down?
No. I honestly, Max, never thought in my lifetime I would see a pandemic. I mean, that's something, you think of like,
All I know is like, when this first started, all I did was watch the news.
Well, and obsess about it.
And I would.
I think most people did.
And watch, the president and what he had to say about it. And I was always like holding on. And I was shocked when schools were closed and businesses were closed and restaurants were closed. I'm like, how is this happening in our world?
And a lot of it is still happening.
It's not like it was, but it's just, it's crazy. I mean, this, we call this our studio, but this was an office.
Well, it still is an office. But no one has been working here for over a year.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the IT, someone come in periodically, but no one, everyone works from home.
And my husband, he still works from home. He doesn't, which I gotta say, so there are some pros and cons, I think, to COVID. I will say that it's been very nice having my husband work from home. That is something that's been nice. It took a little while to get used to.
Right.
But I think it's nice having him around a lot more. So that's good because his job was like almost an hour away. So having him home now is
think of the money you're saving on gas.
Absolutely, we totally are. I will say that it's definitely been hard for kids. I know I've said this before, especially viewers that watch us regularly. I homeschool my kids. So part of the big thing that we try to do is get them out to socialize.
Yes.
And do activities and things like that. And of course, last year it was shut down completely. So we had to do a lot of online learning and stuff.
Yeah.
And, it's that, so I know that was very rough on them.
Yeah.
For your son too.
It was hard for us too. My son, we homeschool for most of his education, but he goes to public school, obviously, and I think it was March when they closed it. They completely shut the schools down, and it was a scramble. How do we teach all these kids from home in a public school? It was not good. They really did not learn a lot March on last year, because the district, nobody knew really how to handle it.
And they had to lift things. They had to lift certain things, testing. They had to lift
everything,
normal things that normally you would have to do for school.
End of school year testing. Yeah. Even SATs, forget about just public school testing, to get into colleges. I know that my neighbor's granddaughter, her college that she applied for just kind of took away SATs for last year. You didn't have to have an ACT or SAT test to be accepted to that college for last year. I don't know if it's the same for this year, but a lot of things have changed.
And then I have a nephew who graduated last year, and I felt so bad for him because he didn't even get to have us to go to his graduation. It was very small. It was just the parents, and they just would go in and get the diploma, so they don't even get that. And that's like a big thing when
that
you graduate.
is a big thing. My son and I were talking about that last night, because he will be a senior next year, and he's like, gosh, Mom, am I going to get all those senior experiences that that you normally have? And I had to be honest. I said, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have the dances open, or, the fun things that you get to do, and if you get to walk across the stage. So we'll see how this all plays out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the first thing that I know happened that really was frustrating, I don't know if this was frustrating to you, is when the stores started putting the arrows of like where you could walk and walk around.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Funny story is, I didn't venture out for a while.
Yeah, you were really.
I was very nervous. Stayed at home.
I was too. I still am.
And living in Florida, it gets very hot here.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to wear a mask in Florida can be very difficult.
Yes.
So I went to a store. I won't say what the store is, but my son had to go to the bathroom. So they have all these different arrows and stuff, right? But you couldn't just go down the aisle where the bathroom was. You had to stand in line, go through, walk.
Right.
Oh my God.
By the time you got to the bathroom, you would have already peed in your pants.
And you have got these people that just, if you are going the wrong way, they would give you looks.
Well, because everyone was terrified, which we need. I mean, how many people have died already from COVID? So I understand that, but just.
I'm gonna go a little bit though. I see what you're saying, how many people died, but
or are
just
dying.
Remember there is also a 98% recovery rate with COVID.
Now, was that the case in the beginning too?
Always been that way.
Really?
So that's why it's interesting, and I'm not trying to get into this whole political thing, but I do know that it's interesting because there are some people that have very
sorry, we have a
little bit of technical
no, we have lawn maintenance outside, so if you hear anything, that's what's going on.
Yes, we can always edit that out. But okay. So we have some people that have very bad reactions to COVID.
Right, and some that
ends up in the hospital on ventilators.
You have some that have minor.
Some that just. I talked to someone today who said they just slept right through it.
Yeah.
They were just tired.
Yeah. Yep.
They tested positive for COVID. That was the only thing.
And then I've known some people that just have lost their smell.
Yeah.
And maybe tired. And then you have obviously the unfortunate where we're talking ventilator and hospitalization. So that is it's
yes,
scary.
Absolutely. So it's so weird because it's like what it might affect one person.
Right, or even like, obviously different. I am in the category because of my size that it's, the percentage of seriousness goes up, but it's been proven, it's crazy. You'll have an athlete get it and die, or there was that one doctor that got it and died. Then there's 3 fat people that get it and die. It just seems like it's
just
like
don't know.
It's like a Russian roulette. You spin the wheel and you don't know who.
It really is.
But now masks.
Let's go.
Let's talk about masks, because that was interesting. Because remember in the beginning, masks don't help. Don't wear a mask.
Oh my gosh.
And if we look back at it, was it because they really don't help? Or because they didn't have them. But they didn't have them.
I want to say this, though. I am curious. Fast forward 15, 20 years from now. Wondering if masks are going to have hurt people.
Oh, okay. Because, so you're saying like a mask could have like a chemical in it? Or what are you saying?
I'm saying that if you think about it, when you have a mask on, you're not breathing in oxygen.
Max. Okay, I'm going to wear the mask right now. You have to be breathing in oxygen because you wouldn't live. You need oxygen.
I think you're getting in more carbon dioxide than you in the oxygen.
Okay,
because where's the air going? Think about it. You got a mask on, right? The whole idea of having a mask on is that you're not going to spread particles to other people, right?
Right.
So when you breathe out, where's that going to go?
In my mask.
Right, exactly. How's that good for you? When you breathe out.
Okay, so
I take a deep breath.
Okay.
Now I let it out.
Let's think about this.
So the air is going out in the air and it's going away from me. But when you breathe out in a mask, it's staying in your mask.
Okay.
Then
let me just
right back.
Okay. I have two things I want to say.
Okay.
First of all, surgeons have been wearing these since I don't even know how long. Why? Because it prevents spittle or anything else, and just a safety precaution. Because when you operate, okay.
Well, yeah, if you don't want blood in your mouth.
But it's not really even for them. It's for both.
You could be, sitting there and operating something, and the blood comes up. You don't want to be eating the blood.
No, but I'm saying it's for both. It's beneficial for both.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I just think you are so funny.
That's it. Listen, if I'm wrong and you don't like what I'm saying, or please comment.
No, that's why we do this, because we want comments.
I totally want
but
comments.
Let me explain.
Okay.
This is a mask. So let's say you and I, and this is just, we're both naked right now, and I have to pee. No, just go with me. And I pee. You're certainly going to get some on you, because we're both naked and I'm urinating. Okay.
Why would you be naked with me?
Okay, she's going in a whole different. So let's say now you put on a pair of pants.
That's not true. If you were to go pee, it would just go down your leg.
Yeah, but the chance of that fluid getting on you is far greater than if you have a pair of pants on. So let me explain.
Only if you're a boy and you're aiming at me.
Y'all, I'm about to lose my shizzle and strangle her, but I won't. So let me finish. Okay, so let's say I'm urinating, but you have a pair of pants on.
Yeah.
The likelihood of you getting splatter from me urinating is it's less.
Yeah, because I have pants on.
Exactly. So if we both have pants on and I'm urinating, my urine is going to stay confined within me.
Correct.
It's not going to get on you.
Absolutely.
Hence,
I understand that.
The mask.
No, I understand that. And I'm not negating that part.
Okay.
You are totally 100% right.
Okay, so
obviously, if I'm talking and I have a mask on,
right,
and I'm spraying it, you're not going to get sprayed because of my mask.
Right. You're saying how you're worried that because we're breathing in our own carbon monoxide.
I'm saying, I wonder if 10, 15 years down the road, they're going to find that wasn't good for us. all that breathing. But I will tell you something. I will say something that I really like about the masks. I love all the different ones.
She loves the decorative ones. I just go for this.
You want to see some? You want to show you? You guys show you? I buy masks all the
She is like a mask hoarder, guys. I just buy like a box of these.
Not even fine.
Call it a day.
Oh wait, here, look, check this one out. Look at this. Purple.
Now, where do you buy your masks? Just anywhere?
This one, I believe I may have gotten off of Etsy.
You literally do go buy masks all the time,
Isn't that pretty? Vera Bradley makes masks. I will show you those next time.
We're going to expect to see a mask from her each week.
So check that one out. My favorite color, for everyone that doesn't know me, is purple. So yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about masks. What else did we want to say about masks? We, right now, probably should be wearing a mask.
You could get a mask for every holiday you want to wear.
Still
one.
on the mask, the decorative mask.
You could get a bunny mask for Easter.
I don't want a bunny mask for Easter.
Why?
I think they look stupid. I just want this.
But listen, if we're gonna have to wear masks anyway, why not wear cute ones?
Because I don't think anybody wearing a mask looks cute. Do you think anyone wearing a mask looks cute?
I'll tell you, I will walk around and look at people's masks and I'll comment, "Nice mask," if I think it's cute.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a side note. Who wears glasses and has a mask and the glasses fog up?
Me.
Hate it.
Oh, all the time, but it'll do that with those too.
It does it with all of them. I'm just saying, like, look, I just had this on a couple minutes ago.
Oh, Can you guys see that? Do you know why? It's because you're breathing.
And it's staying in the mask. Of course I'm breathing. What am I not supposed to breathe?
It's staying in your mask. The air goes nowhere. Except for your glasses. Well, show them. Show what you're doing.
I've been doing it.
She's been breathing.
Hey, let me know if you were able to see my foggy glasses. Okay.
All right.
Let's keep going because we're going to be here for an hour on this
I know,
topic.
right?
We're probably not even going to get to cover everything.
Vaccine.
Okay. To do or not to do. What are your thoughts? I'm going to do it.
I know. She is going to be first in line.
No.
Okay, sorry, second. Her husband will be first.
Yes.
She'll be second. Yeah.
Well, he actually gets his on Thursday because he's 50.
Yeah.
I'm 47. So I don't have that option.
I'm on the fence. I really am on the fence. Number one, I don't like needles.
No, you don't.
I don't. Number two, I'll be honest, I don't do the flu shot.
I have done the flu shot, but I don't do it every year. It's like hit or miss.
Number three, Zona. And I don't want to be jinxing myself, but this is a year since COVID, right?
Yeah.
Never gotten COVID. Why do I need a vaccine if I never
You better
gotten
knock
COVID?
on some wood. I'm not kidding you. That's your head.
Is that
She
something?
literally just jinxed us.
I'm saying we've been exposed. Think
It's like
about
a
it.
black cat
You
just
and
walked
I,
in front of us.
You and I have gotten exposed twice.
Yeah.
Right? And
Well, now,
you at one time, you tested positive
I did test
back
positive.
in the summer.
In the summer.
Right?
Yeah, but then
you had no symptoms.
I had no symptoms.
And to this day, you don't know if you really had COVID or
no,
false
because
positive.
and let me elaborate on that a little.
Yes.
I had gotten tested and I freaked out.
Yes, she did.
So then immediately I went and got tested again when technically I should have been having COVID at that moment and it came back negative. So I don't know if I really had it or not. I didn't, I just don't know. But yes, we have made it this long without contracting COVID. But we also have been very careful on what we do. Especially me.
Why would that change?
What do you mean, why would it change?
Well, okay, we have been very, very careful.
Right.
We sanitize, we wash,
we wear masks.
Well,
Not now.
We wear masks when we're around people that we don't know.
Right. Which is absolutely stupid because, as you know, if she went yesterday to the grocery store and didn't wear a mask, which she didn't, but then she's exposed to all those people, and I would be exposed to
I have
those
to wear a mask at the grocery store.
No, I know, but let's say she went to a party. Okay.
No, I wouldn't go to a... First of all, you know me pretty well. If I don't know people, I'm going to have a mask on.
Okay, but this is the funny thing that it always cracks me up with you. It doesn't matter if you know people. It's where they have been. So it wouldn't matter even if you...
Yeah, but I trust people. And first of all, I got to tell you, and Zona can tell you this, I'm a hugger, right?
Oh, God, she's a hugger.
When's the last time you and I have actually hugged?
Not a long time.
No, I haven't hugged you for like a year.
I said not a long time. It's been a long time.
You know, it has been a long time. You said not a long time.
I just have to go back to this, guys. Would someone please put in the comments and make her understand that even if she's with a group of great friends who you completely trust, if they have gone somewhere and not worn their mask in a setting with people you don't know, it doesn't matter. Your risk is still the same.
If they are less than 6 feet near me, they're coughing at me or sneezing on me, then yes, I could get COVID.
Okay, but so you who I see in pictures who are like this with friends,
if anyone's coughing, I'm not near them.
But it doesn't matter if they're coughing. What if they're asymptomatic? Asymptomatic means you don't cough. Means you don't do anything.
If they're asymptomatic, though, and they give it to me, I'm not going to have symptoms.
Please, I pray that you comment right now to make her understand. Do you really believe that?
Yeah.
So you believe if someone who has COVID and is asymptomatic.
Yeah.
Okay. And they cough on you.
No, don't cough. No, you do not need to do an example.
Okay.
That freaks me out.
Okay, so, and they cough or they're next to you, you hug, and you get COVID, that you won't have any symptoms because they didn't have symptoms. That's what you just said. I need to just clarify that.
I think it depends on the level of it.
So you're saying if someone has COVID that's like who needs to be hospitalized, that would be a more severe COVID like symptoms, whereas someone that maybe has a mild case, just has a headache and lost their smell, that would be your case. Or if they did.
Yes, because if you think about it, if you think about like when you get usually when like, okay, let's say someone gives you a cold, right?
Okay.
You usually have the same kind of cold as that person has given you.
I know, but the cold is still the cold is still the cold. Maybe you had the same symptoms, or it's manifested in you as the same way.
Because I've talked to people, like I've said, like let's say they've had a cold, right?
Okay.
And then I get the cold, right? I'll be like, well, did you get dizzy? Oh yeah, I was dizzy for 2. Well, I'm dizzy too. Oh, do you have a headache? Oh yeah, okay, I have a headache.
Well,
too.
I think that's very interesting, and I would love for someone to clarify on that, because I think that makes absolutely no sense.
Do you really?
Absolutely no sense. It's specifically in regards to COVID.
Okay.
That your severity of the symptoms is based on the person who gave you the COVID and what their symptoms are. That's what I'm hearing you say, right? Okay. Please comment, because we'd love to know, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys think what she thinks? Do you think what I think? Or do you have something different?
Yeah.
We want to know.
Well, I do also think that there is also where that someone could also give you COVID, right? Or not even COVID, just any disease
like the
at
flu
all.
or anything,
any disease. And maybe it is like killing them and really affecting them, but you don't have it much. Your body is immune. Then if that happens, what I think is that you've already had some kind of form of it, and your body is just saying, I already know what this is.
Well,
you're not going to get it.
that is the point of generally of vaccinations, like the flu.
Yes, but your body can do that on its own, Zona. Your body can do that on your own without a vaccine.
Yes, but it doesn't.
Bronchitis. Okay. I've had bronchitis, okay. Right? Bronchitis, I've had it before. When my body gets bronchitis, my body knows it's bronchitis.
Right.
Well, I have never had a vaccine for bronchitis.
But your body, I know what
I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're saying. But that's like the flu.
Sometimes instead of getting a cold, let's say someone has a cold, instead of a cold, I'll get just a cold sore.
Well, that brings us to another point, the vaccine. And I'm talking about flu vaccine, COVID vaccine.
I'm going to tell you what, I'm not going to get the vaccine right now because I think it hasn't been out that long.
Okay.
And I'm going to wait.
You're leery of it and you want to wait.
And I'm not saying that I'm never going to get it. I don't want people to think I'm never going to get it. Never going to get it. Never going to get it. All right. Anyway, I am not. Sorry. But
I'm talking about serious discussion and you're going, never going to get it. Never going to get it.
I'm not saying I'm never going to get it, but I'm not getting it now.
Right.
When it's my turn to come up, I probably will not be.
You're going to wait a little bit.
Or anything.
Right.
I am seeing how this whole thing plays out.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's what I think. But I do find it interesting because I've been talking to people and I've asked them, I've said, hey guys, if I don't get the vaccine and you get the vaccine, are we going to still hang out? And the answers I get are interesting. They're like, oh gosh, yeah, because I'm protected.
That's wrong.
That's what they're saying to me.
Well, you
told me that you'd still hang out with me if I didn't get the vaccine.
I will.
Oh, all right.
The whole point of the vaccine, from what I understand, is just like the flu.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that you're never going to get it, the flu or COVID. What it means, or what I believe it, from what I understand, is that it lessens the symptoms.
Right.
You've already told your body, like, hey, I know what this is. Guess what? She's going to get a stuffy nose or some minor things, but I know what it is. Let me see what I can fight off of it, because your body already knows. Just like you said with the flu or bronchitis, your body already knows you had it, bronchitis. So am I making sense?
You are. It sounds like a chicken pox thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
Right. But that's like the flu. You can never get rid of the flu totally, because every year the strand it changes.
But let me explain what I hear or what I think. If I've never had COVID,
right?
It's been over a year,
right,
since this whole COVID thing started, right? All right. If I've never had COVID, and I might have had COVID.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. I couldn't, because I got to tell you, my whole family was very sick in February. And my youngest son, who doesn't ever get sick, got sick. So we think we may have had COVID.
You can go get tested for that.
Asymptomatic.
But actually, I don't think that's always positive either.
Asymptomatic or whatever.
Okay.
But my thing is this. If I've never had COVID, right, and I've never had symptoms or whatever, and then I go get the shot,
right,
I've heard that it can give you like you have COVID. Like, it can make you feel that way.
Well, I think that's a myth, because
I don't think it's a myth.
Well,
I think people are reacting.
Well, I'm saying I think that's a myth as far as the flu shot too. It can't give you the flu. The COVID vaccine can't give you.
Oh, that's not true. The reason why I don't have the flu vaccine is I was a teenager, and I got the flu vaccine, and I got so sick after the flu vaccine, so I never did it after.
Please comment on that. Do you get if you get the flu shot, do you get the flu?
I have reactions to things.
Well, I think there are reactions.
And I am very sensitive.
Well, there's obviously reactions to
so
things.
That's something that I'm taking in consideration too, because I know how my body is sensitive to different medications.
Right.
And my body is sensitive to vaccines.
Right.
So I don't know if I want to do that to myself.
Right, I completely get that.
And
I'm even leery of it.
And I really don't believe that if God forbid that I get COVID, that I will die.
Right, you just have that.
I believe that I will be able to get through it. I believe that I'm a healthy enough person.
98%, you said, right?
Exactly. Yes, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. Because to be honest with you, it's so funny, because these people, they get COVID, as soon as they find out that they have like a fever or whatever, they're going to get tested. And the thing is they haven't found a cure for COVID yet at all.
No.
The only cure is same thing as with you treat it like a cold. You drink liquids, you do this. Obviously, if you can't breathe, you're gonna need a what do you call those things?
A ventilator?
Yeah, the ventilator.
Yeah, well, once you're on a ventilator, though,
so my whole thing is, what's the point of going to get tested when you're not even gonna get there's no cure for it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Like for instance, I've had the flu before.
Right.
And I mean, you got the flu.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
And there's no cure for the flu.
Yeah, because you can't. There's nothing you can't. Once you have the flu, you just can't go get a shot, and you don't have the flu anymore. You just have the flu. You got to go through it.
Not only that, but it's like the prejudices that you get. Because what happens is like, let's say you get COVID, right? You get tested. You're tested for COVID, right?
Right.
Now you're on a list. You've had COVID. Now everyone around you knows you have COVID because they have these like, what do they do? These screen things where they, and I get it. Obviously, if you have COVID, right? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've been exposed twice, and each time that I was exposed, I told everyone that was around me, hey, just want to let you know, I was exposed to COVID. I'm now going to quarantine for 14 days just to be safe or whatever. And then you're done.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that's all you got to do. I don't think you really have to go get tested or anything, because as long as you quarantine for those 14 days and you're not having major symptoms, you're fine. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I view it.
Okay.
All right, let's talk. Actually, should we?
Well, we did kind of.
Do we want to maybe end this and do like a second part?
What are we going to do for the second part?
Well, we could talk about the future in the second part.
Yeah.
All right.
Then our next COVID video will be about
the future and what the future holds
as far as COVID and other. Yeah.
Stay tuned for part 2. Probably be in the next couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
As always, I'm Max.
And I'm Zona.
And we're the Chatterbox Chicks. Have a great